on, man. What's up, guys? So my battery just died on this camera and I'm gonna try to go kind of fast because I only charged it for like 10 minutes, so yeah, I suck. Anyway, today we're going to be doing a review. This is the Revele Whipped Gelato brand, and it is 90 calories per serving. I'm gonna do a taste test. I've never tried this before. And it's kind of similar to Halo Top in the macros. For example, this is the Belgian chocolate flavor. It is 4 servings per container, 90 calories, 4 fat, 12 carb, and 2 protein. And their whole thing is they don't use fake sugar, so it's all natural sugar. It says no sugar alcohols, no trans fat, 0 grams lactose, and gluten-free, and it's never made with artificial flavors, colors, or sweeteners. So their kind of whole thing is a little bit different than the other mainstream quote-unquote protein healthy ice creams. And I was very drawn to them because 1, it's gelato, and I've been to Italy and I love gelato like so freaking much. And 2, they're just more natural and just less artificial ingredients is always kind of a better option, I think. So let's get this taste test going. I'm going to start with like my quote-unquote least favorite that I think, like the ones I'm expecting are going to be my least favorite first. So we have Vanilla Symphony, Coffee Toffee Crunch, Seasonal Strawberries, Cake Batter, Belgian Chocolate, Dark Chocolate Mocha. And why is my camera falling? Sorry guys, you're gonna have to bear with me as I learn how to do camera stuff. I kind of suck. If you have been on my YouTube channel before, you know I've been using my phone to record, so this is very different for me. Let's see if I can turn that up a little bit. That work? No. Right there. Right there. Is that a good angle? Okay, we're gonna go with that. I think I'm gonna try the seasonal strawberries first because I've like never tried strawberry ice cream before. Or I guess I have, but I've just never been a fan. They gave me a nice spoon, so I'm gonna use the spoon. It's like super soft because it's been kind of sitting out a little bit. Super creamy. That's really good. It's not icy at all, guys. And maybe that's just because like I've been leaving it out a little bit, but it's super creamy. Like, look. Focus. Focus. There we go. Holy crap. It's literally kind of like almost a whipped creamy texture. Oh my god. I think the spoon changes color. Okay, sorry. I'm being a freak. That's pretty dope. This flavor was definitely good if you like strawberry. Now I see why it's whipped gelato. I'm so freaking dumb. It's definitely whipped. Okay, next is gonna be the Vanilla Symphony. I'm a chocolate person, guys. That's pretty good. It's kind of like a Greek yogurt almost texture to it. Here, I'll show you guys. If it focuses. And, come on, focus. You're kind of making me mad here. Oh, man. Okay, well. That's a winner for vanilla for sure. I'm definitely a chocolate person though, so we'll have to see. Let's do Coffee Toffee Crunch. Because I usually I like coffee stuff, but I don't necessarily know if I like this. Let's see. I'm about to give up on showing you guys what it looks like up close. Come on, man. Okay. It does have pieces of like the toffee in it, which is kind of cool. Super soft. I could get behind this. I definitely picked this over Halo Top, just saying. This flavor at least. 10 out of 10. Next we're gonna do dark chocolate mocha. And I think this is like one of their newer flavors because it doesn't even have a label on it yet. Okay. You guys, this is the bomb. I'm not even, it's so freaking creamy, like, oh my god. I'm gonna show you guys kind of. Hey, this was in my freezer, so our freezer kind of messed up because it's cold, so it like got kind of warm, so the ice cream shape kind of changed. So what you're gonna see here is kind of like a disformed looking ice cream container. It doesn't actually look like that, like when it comes. My freezer just kind of messed it up, but I want you to see how creamy it is. So it's like, yeah, like look at that. Oh my god. It's like pudding almost. Yeah, definitely gonna have chocolate all over my teeth after this, so that's great. We're gonna end on a chocolate one, so we're gonna do cake batter next. See, like, I'm pretty sure it was to the top, but it melted down, but it's super slick like that. And so you guys can see, like, they have pieces in there, chunks. Oh my god. Why do I have freaking ice cream on my hands? My initial thought was, okay, this is really good. And then I was like, it's definitely better than the cake batter, like Arctic Zero, I think. It tastes very similar to the vanilla. Let me try to get like a chunk in here. Not my favorite. Still good, but that might just be because like it's the cake batter taste. You can see like the texture is still like super creamy though. Oh my god. And last but not least, we have the Belgium chocolate. See, this is how it's supposed to look. Don't judge my freezer. Okay. Oh my god. Watch. Oh, see, this is the only one that's stuck in my freezer in my house. So that's why it's like actually the texture it's supposed to be. And I didn't let it sit out enough. This is probably like more of a consistency that you guys would have. Let's see. I really like that one. You guys can see there are actual chunks in it too. Oh my god. Hey guys, it's Allison. I'm still not used to using this camera. I'm sorry I'm like laying down on this bed because this is actually really comfortable, but I want to film this section of my video, so please deal with my awkward posture right now. Let's get it back a little bit. I kind of wanted this part of the video just to be like a little reflection on my year. 2017 was a wild ride for me, and to be honest, I had my highest highs and my lowest lows, and I really think that at the end of the day, it was like not my favorite year, but I learned the most and I grew the most as a person this past year, and I would not change that for anything. About a year ago, so if you guys want to know my fitness journey, or my like year journey, about a year ago, I went through something really, really tough. So I'm in college, I go to IU, and social life is very much surrounded by Greek life here. And so I got cut from Rush, and it was very hard on me. All my best friends all got into houses, and I was kind of just left there like, what am I supposed to do? I legit remember thinking, like, as soon as I got cut, we have ROGAM, so basically what that is it's girls who have disaffiliated from their houses, and they will come and kind of help you through the Rush process. Like, you don't know what sorority they're in, but they know all about sororities, and so they try to help you, like, choose which one's best for you. When she came back and told me, like, basically I got no houses back, I was just, like, in shock. And I told her, I was like, fine. Like, I'll get an apartment. I can cook my own chicken now. And I was, like, so distraught. Like, I remember I went home like every weekend in January. I kind of just threw myself into fitness at this point. I met some amazing people through social media, gladly. I went to the Arnold again. And that's kind of where things started to get better for me. Like the outlook was better, just because I got to the point where I was like, you know what? The sorority stuff probably wasn't even meant for me. And I was like, what's meant for me though is fitness. Like I want to pursue this harder than I have before. And I had like 1,000 followers on Instagram, like right at the Arnold. I think I was at the Arnold when I hit 1,000. As soon as that kind of happened, I started trying to post more. I started interacting more. And I tried to make a YouTube channel. So I started filming on my phone. And I was like, I won't get a camera until I've shown myself that I can stay accountable and I can at least put up like a video a month or something like that. And so I started doing that. And the year kind of ended. And I decided to go through my first prep. And so I worked the entire summer. Most days I would wake up, I would go to the gym, shower at the gym, or go home and shower and grab like food. Sometimes I had to prep my meals. Like toward the end of my prep, I had to prep meals before work or the night before. And so then I'd go to work and I'd come back and I'd just be exhausted. And this summer was really hard for me because my friends and family didn't really understand what it was like going through a prep mentally and socially. Like it kind of tanked my social life. And I was working like so many hours this summer that I really didn't have time. Like I'd be like, guys, I have to leave at 10:30. And it was hard on people because they thought I was ignoring them or tuning them out, when in reality it was just, I was exhausted and I was so busy. And I was following bodybuilding, and it's a selfish sport. Like you gotta know that up front from the beginning when you start. So that was kind of this summer. But I learned a lot about myself during that time. And so then what was really funny was my show week, my peak week was the first week of school. Orientation week. So that was just a crazy stressful time. It was like, I remember running to class, and in like right before class I have to run to the bathroom and then take check-in pictures and then run to class to get there on time. And it was like drinking tons of water, like go, 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 go. And then I had to drive back because the show was in Indy, and I go to school like an hour and a half away from that. So I had to drive back home for the weekend right after that to do the show. And I didn't place as well as I'd wanted to. And that was because partially because I had like a major health issue during prep. I had like an ovarian cyst burst midway through, and I gained 9 pounds of, I guess like probably fluid water weight overnight. And I was like, okay, that's normal, like it's gonna come off. It didn't come off fully for 4 weeks. There were days where I was taking check-in pictures and I would just cry. Because I was like, oh my God, like I'm not cheating on my diet. I don't know what's wrong. Like, why is this happening to me? And so I wasn't happy with how I placed, really. But at the end of the day, it was a great learning experience. Like meeting the people I got to meet through that show, it was just life-changing. Like even like the first time I went to the Arnold too, it was just a game changer for me, because you meet like-minded people, and that's just like, it really keeps me going almost, because doing this on your own is so hard. Like trying to make these choices, oh man. So after my show, I was okay for a little bit, but I went through a couple emotional tolls, friends and relationships and stuff like that, and it just made things hard for me. It just was like, it was a schedule change. Also, I was out of prep. I was out of a routine. I was also starting school. Like my life had literally done a 180 on me, and my support system obviously was not completely there, because I was relying on people that were no longer there physically, emotionally, mentally. Like either my parents were home, blah blah blah, like they were back in Indy, whatever. So I went through like a really hard emotional time this fall, and it came with a lot of self-growth. But there were just days I didn't want to work out. I didn't stick to like eating healthy at all. I eat sometimes okay, and then some days I just eat like crap, and I really did feel awful. And it was not a high point in my life. And I tried to hide it from a lot of people, because no one wants to see like when you're in your low period. But for me, like this fall was so hard. And I kept my grades, like they were okay. My grades, I was on the dean's list the first 2 semesters of college, but this past semester I had like a bunch of B pluses, which is not bad. But like for me, that's like not the best I could have done, kind of thing. But toward the end, I met like a crazy amount of amazing people. Like I think November, December, I was like, holy crap, like I've met a ton of people, like, and then break started coming, and I was like, I don't want to leave yet. Like, I have stuff I want to accomplish here, and like, I don't want to leave my friends. But right before a break happened, a photographer contacted me, and he's like, I'd love to shoot with you, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay. So I got into that a little bit, and I came home to Indy, and I was like, oh my God, like, I kind of want to do these shoots. And so I, like, so sorry guys, like, I probably bombarded you with all those model pics, but they're so fun. And working with these people, it's like, it's crazy. I posted this on my story today, but my Instagram story, just about like how I'm so drawn to people who have passions, and it doesn't even have to be fitness. It's like these photographers, they're so passionate, it's crazy. And people who are passionate about music, and it's just like, or nutrition, like the science behind it. It's just so cool to me that like people can find, like, if you have a love like that, like, oh my gosh, I think that's just amazing. Like, I just don't know how to describe it. I just realized I probably said like a million times, and I know that kind of annoys people, so I'm sorry. That's just the way I talk. It's the way my generation talks. I shouldn't be making excuses, but here I am. Anyway, so this break came, and it was nice for me. I got to see my family. I got to reconnect with some friends that I hadn't seen in sometimes years, at least months, 2 years, and it was crazy and cool. And just like, we just would sit there. Like, I remember I hung out with at least 3 different people, and each time we talked for at least 2 hours just about life. Like, okay, so what's changed? And we're like, well, where should we start? And it's crazy how much life just changes in just a year. I went from probably like 600 followers on Instagram to now I'm at 18.5K, and like, that happened in 1 year. And I never would have imagined that happening, honestly. To me, it was honestly a blessing, because I started off the year rough, and I had a rough spot halfway through the year, and I don't know, just honestly, social media has been a blessing for me, because I've met so many amazing people. I actually met my roommate, so I'm rooming with her next year. Her name's Sarah Brust, and you can follow her IG handle right here. But we met through Instagram, so it was like, that's crazy to me. Just how like the power of social media, and like if you look for the good in it, it can have so many great benefits. So that's kind of my year in review. This break is also kind of hard for me, just because I realized over prep, like, I made a lot of choices that were selfish, like I said. So I couldn't go out and party necessarily. I couldn't go out to eat really, or I was weird about it, like I have to bring my own food, or I had to leave early for things because I was too tired, or I had something planned the next morning. And it was a selfish thing, but people didn't really understand that. So this break, I was like, I'm not on prep. Like, I want to hang out with people and do stuff, and I don't know, like, I'm supposed to be like on a cut right now, but I didn't really make a lot of progress this break, obviously with the holidays, and I shouldn't make excuses for it. But I like sat myself down a couple days ago, and I was like, look, if you keep doing stuff to please other people, to make other people happy, like, or comfortable in a situation, you're never going to reach any of the goals that you want to reach. I like wrote out all my goals, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to reach any of these if I keep trying to please other people by partying or going to eat certain places that I don't want to eat at the time. It's just like, the people who want to support you in life and who are going to be there for you are going to be the ones who like understand that you can't make certain life choices at that time, or I don't know, they're just going to be there for you. And so that was really hard for me, because I don't like to offend people. I don't like to make relationships strained. But at the end of the day, like, if you want to succeed in life and in your goals, you're going to have to make sacrifices, and the people who love you and care about you have to be there at the end of the day anyway. And if they don't, then they're not worth your time, kind of thing. And that sounds kind of harsh, but it's so, so true. And so going to this year, I know New Year's resolutions are like, oh, New Year's resolutions, like, they never last. But like, for me, like, the number one thing I want to focus on is not trying to please other people in that sense. Like, I want to focus on balance, obviously, and having fun and everything like that, and not being overboard with like fitness, quote unquote. But if I want to do something that will help me reach a goal in life, that will like better me as a person, I'm gonna have to make sacrifices, and I'm not gonna let other people kind of dictate that, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's kind of just my spiel. I have a lot of goals, for this year, but I don't really want to say them in this video because I might make a second video about my goals or plans, or I might just like keep it hidden and let the year play out and see what happens, because like it's always hard when your like year goals don't actually happen. I will say though that I want to focus more on strength in my training because I've neglected that a lot, and I think it's kind of fun. And you don't have to be one-sided, like, or one-minded, one thought. I don't even know what I'm saying. You don't have to just do one type of training, I guess. You can do multiple different types, and you don't have to be like so against a certain type. But yeah, that's just my spiel. So that's my 2017 year in review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you went through anything similar, let me know below. I would love to hear how your guys' year went, and if you have any cool plans for 2K18. We out.